Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Anizi with What If Naruto Had a Jogan Under Karma Seal Part 5, the final part. So, let's get started. Naruto stood there in golden light as it surrounded him, truth-seeking orbs hovering around him as he saw two different colored eyes in the reflection. The first was his natural born eye, the jogan, shining a ominous blue, and the second was the implanted Rinnegan, shining a deep purple. Naruto was shaking in rage and anger. So Leaf Village and Namikaze and the rest of the world, you think that you can lock me up and test me to replicate my power? It will be a cold day in hell before that happens, Naruto says. Today one shall stand and the other shall fall. In other words, it will be me or the Leaf and the rest of the 5 great nations left standing, Naruto said. With the power Itachi gave me and the power I got from Hagoromo Jishan and my own power, I shall unleash vengeance upon them. Boy, remember, it wasn't only the Leaf, but it was all 5 great nations that approved you being captured and tested on. The mist led by Maiturumi, the cloud led by A, the sand led by Baki, and the stone led by Oniki, as well as the Leaf led by Minato Namikaze. All 5 of them wanted to test on you, and Otsustuki elite. Are you just gonna stand there or are you gonna put them in their places? Momoshiki said, trying to get Naruto angrier and angrier. The more he uses karma, the more Momoshiki is closer to taking over him. I know what you're doing, Momoshiki, Naruto says as his Rinnegan flashes, and Momoshiki's soul was removed from the body. But I'm not going to become your vessel. I am my own person, and there is no way a lowly being like you can take over me. And for the information, I will grant you the sweet release of death, Naruto says. Now then, I will destroy the 5 great nations, Naruto says. But first, I've been sensing something in the moon, and it has something similar to a person in the Akatsuki called Zetsu. They have similar chakra. Let's see what that's about, Naruto says as he teleports to the Akatsuki hideout. Naruto walks in. He remembers hearing about the Akatsuki when in mission room when he was getting missions for his team. Jiraiya and Minato were talking about threats to their prophecy, which included him, the Akatsuki, and the other great nations. Plus, Naruto's got knowledge from Momoshiki, something that he found interesting. The Sage of Six Paths' mother was Kaguya Otsustuki. Naruto was no longer related to her genetically. His blood was turned into that of Momoshiki, but he kept the power of Ashura, and he had the power of Indra in his eyes. Naruto was curious about Kaguya, but that wasn't all. Naruto knew that the Akatsuki had beef with the Great 5 Nations, and they would make perfect pawns for him. Naruto was walking by the gates of the Rain Village when he stopped. Halt, this is the village of Rain. It is under the protection of Lord Pain. Speak while you're here, a guard said, as Naruto would normally allow it, but since getting the karma, he felt more angry and unhinged. Tell your Lord Pain, Naruto spat, that I am here for a business proposal. I know he's after the Jinchurikis, and he needs shinobi, and I am currently being hunted by the 5 great nations. Plus, I think my eyes will be enough to convince him to have an audience with me, Naruto says, showing his Rinnegan. The Rinnegan, please come in at once. I shall escort you to Lord Pain. Quickly, the man said as Naruto followed him. They walked into a cave. Garrett, what is the meaning of this? Why have you brought the Fufukage's son? Pain asked. Lord Pain, he wishes to speak with you. He has the... Garrett interrupted. I have the Rinnegan just like you. I want to join you. You see, I'm being unfairly hunted by the 5 great nations for my power. After what happened in Leaf, Naruto says, revealing the Rinnegan, shocking everyone as they saw Naruto had the Rinnegan. Obito was scared. Another Rinnegan had appeared. How did this boy get it? I see. Well then, you're welcomed into the Akatsuki. What is your goal? Naruto Pain asked. My goal is to destroy the arrogant 5 great nations who think they control everything and can make me into one of their test subjects, Naruto said, making Pain smirk. Well then, your goal lines up with all of us. In order to achieve peace, we must wipe out the 5 great nations, because they have hurt each and every one of us, said Pain. And in order to do that, we're going to need the Jinchurikis, Pain said. You mean you want to kill Memma and Mito and extract the tail beast? I want in, Naruto said, giddy at the thought of killing his brother and sister. A few days later, the 5 great nations were having a summit. They were talking about an alien threat, the Otsustuki, and Naruto defeating them, making Naruto a threat to them and their power. and how they planned to mass produce the power of the Renegon and his other eye he had. When suddenly, black portal opened and out came two figures. Both made Minato's veins burst with anger. You, the masked man who attacked the village years ago, and you, Naruto, what are you doing with him? He destroyed the Leaf Village years ago. He unleashed the Nine Tails, Minato yelled as Naruto smiles. You think I care? I'm here to put the end to the 5 great nations, father. You thought you could treat me as some sort of test subject for Memometer to get power. I will just take it, and in behalf of the Akatsuki, I declare the 4th Great Ninja War on all 5 great nations, Naruto says as a flash was seen, followed by shockwave. As the Kage turned back to see Raikage with a hole in his chest, the Raikage had tried to use the lightning cloak armor to kill Naruto. As Naruto smiles, as the Raikage was dead. Let this be a warning, Naruto said as B rushed at him in anger. Naruto, keep that one alive! Bring him with us, he's a Jinchuriki, Obito says. As Naruto gave a silent glare, he could easily destroy the 5 great nations, but he was intrigued why Kage needed them. Plus, the 10 tails would make it easier for him to fulfill one of his goals. Naruto saw B's movement as slow as he dodged a punch from an angered 8 tails Jinchuriki and then chopped him on the neck, knocking him out, giving him to Obito. Give him back, Naruto. That's the Akatsuki. Do you want the prophecy to be destroyed? Their goals is to kill your siblings, Jiraiya yelled. And Naruto, I know you're jealous, but you can't just deny the prophecy just because we didn't care for you. The prophecy and your brother and sister were more important than you. The Akatsuki wants to destroy the prophecy, wants to destroy your chance of peace in the world, Krishna yelled with tears in her eyes. Brat, you made Krishna cry, and I will not let you hurt Mito. So, get on your knees and beg for forgiveness, and return the Jinchuriki right now and become the test subject that we need to empower them, Tsunade yelled, making Naruto mad that this bitch thinks that he, Naruto, and Otsustuki elite would beg. You pathetic old catfish. Making me beg for forgiveness, making me apologize. I would never do such a thing, Naruto says. As a boom was heard, and Naruto wasn't where he was. Instead, a scream was heard straight after the boom, and when the Kages turned back, the remaining ones that were alive, they saw Naruto's hand was in Tsunade's head. Her brain was punched out as Tsunade dropped dead. Tsunade! Krishna and Minato let out screams while Jiraiya was shaking in rage as he let out a pain-filled scream. Tsunade! As he fell to the ground crying. They rushed at Naruto aiming to kill him, but Naruto blocked all of the attacks with a finger. Oniki and Maya and Baki joined them, but they were no use. Oniki tried to use a particle style, but Naruto just blew it back at him. The same was with Maya and her lava style. Baki tried to surround him in sand, but Naruto just used a Shinra Tensei, sending him flying back as Naruto caught the fist of Minato, punching him in the face, showing him that he was nothing, he wasn't speed, Naruto was speed. As Jiraiya summoned the toad, tried to drop it, a big fat toad onto Naruto, but Naruto just used Shinra Tensei, sending it flying back as Naruto caught Krishna's chakra chains and started punching her in the face over and over until she fell. As Naruto looked at the downed Kage. This is what you call the strongest of your world. You're weak, Naruto said. If that is all, when I see you on the battlefield, I will kill you, Naruto says. But I'm going to let you live right now, because killing you right now would not be fun. As he said that as he teleported away. A few months passed. Naruto and the rest of the Akatsuki had been going around the villages collecting all the Jinchurikis. They had collected all of them apart from the Nine Tails. Naruto knew that this was the final, as Zetsu had told them that the United Shinobi Nations armies had formed around the leaf. They were there to protect Mema and Mito and to stop them from fulfilling their plans, but Naruto knew that it was useless. Naruto smiled. The time has come. The time to put an end to the great 5 nations of the elemental nation world. Over the past months, Naruto had learned what happened to Kaguya from Momoshiki's memories, and he had decided that he was going to free her. After all, he needed a wife, one that would take care of his needs and would give him strong children, and Kaguya had eaten Earth's chakra fruit, which has made her really strong. After all, Ashura had way more power than even fused Momoshiki, and that was because Kaguya had eaten Earth's chakra fruit, while Momoshiki had eaten chakra fruits from dying worlds or low-tier worlds. Naruto had realized that his thoughts had also become like Momoshiki's. He found himself as an elite above all these lower life forms. But he didn't mind it because it was the truth. He was an otsustuki now, a full-blood otsustuki. The karma had fully integrated itself in him. Right now, the Akatsuki was now seen staring the allied shinobi nation's forces. Akatsuki, for too long, you have destroyed the peace of this world. Today, we shall end you, Minato yelled. Peace? You and peace? People like you can't achieve peace. All you crave is blood and war. You feel superior crushing your enemies, people who oppose you. I mean, all you want is power. After all, that is why Naruto came to our side, Nagato said, as Naruto stepped up. Namikaze, your prophecy, your happiness, your lives, all of it shall end here, today. Hand over the nine to Jinchuriki, and you can live your final moments in peace, Naruto said. You monster. You destroyed everything. You killed Tsunade. The prophecy. You destroyed it all. Konoha's chance to rule above all because you couldn't take your assigned place as a lab rat, or as the servant of Mito, Dryer. Sensei assigned you, Minato yelled. You are no son of mine, Naruto. Your selfishness and hubris has led you to betray our clan, to try and kill your brother and sister out of jealousy, Krishna said as Naruto got pissed off. I am not part of your dirty clan, Krishna. I'm no lone Uzumaki. Even though I'm created that, I am a otsustuki elite, Naruto yelled. We should have killed you when you were born. Then Tsunade will still be here, Dryer yelled. Well then, I guess that you can't be reasoned with. I was offering you the little peace you wanted. Well, but I'm happy that you never accepted, because now I could destroy you and the rest of these great five nations with my own two bare hands, Naruto says as his purple Rinnegan eye activated. His blue jogan flashed as the karma spread around his body, as a golden glow took over his body and 6 truth-seeking orbs were seen. Today, I've decided that all of you die, Naruto yelled as he rushed at the shinobi forces. As he punched one, he kicked another one away. He jumped above one, launching truth-seeking orbs, destroying a whole battalion of them as he blocked a punch from one, cutting his head off, then used his staff to smash another one's head off. He then jumped up in the air, forming a giant truth-seeking orb, and crushed and sent it flying onto the fodder of the Shinobi Alliance forces. As the ones that were remaining tried to send the jutsu at them, but Naruto only looked at it, put his hand out, and yelled, Shinra Tensei, clearing the path to his siblings and destroying 95% of the shinobi forces. Well. Remember Mito, we never did have our battle in the training exams, so how about we have it now? It's either me dies or you dies, and I believe that it will be you, Naruto says. You dare think that we, the great children of prophecy, will lose to a villain like you who has joined the Akatsuki? You're a disgrace to our family, to Konoha, and to our legacy. You're a villain, Menma yelled, rushing at Naruto with Kyuubi chakra, only for Naruto to stop the punch with his hand, absorbing the chakra and kicking Menma, sending him flying into Mito before he appeared in front of Menma, punching him over, kicking him above into the sky, punching him down as he formed the truth-seeking orb and sent it flying in Menma, killing him once and for all. Naruto then grabbed Mito Rasengan, teleporting in front of her, and slammed into her legs, destroying her once and for all as he grabbed her by the neck, kicked her in the stomach, punched her face over and over again, grabbed her spine, ripped it out and started smacking her with the spine over and over again, disabling her once and for all. Damn it, disgrace, why are you stronger than us? We are the child of prophecies, Mito yelled in pain as she tried to access the karma cloak, and even if that did happen, it couldn't restore the bones that were broken as she couldn't move anymore. As Naruto grabbed her, she was the only one alive, and threw her into the Gadomazu as the rest of the Akatsuki joined them as Naruto started defending them, attacking the shinobi forces, killing all of the fodder, leaving only the Kages alive, while the Akatsuki sealed Mito into the Kyuubi from the Mito into the Gadomazu. The tentacles rose as Obito appeared behind Nagato, ripped his Rinnegan eye out and became his Jinchuriki. He then absorbed the God Tree. Azetsu stabbed him, making Kaguya form. Hello there, Kaguya. I remember you from Momoshiki's memories, Naruto says, before he killed the rest of the Akatsuki. Ashura. No, Momoshiki. Who are you? Kaguya asked confused. I am Ashura's transmigration, but I am Momoshiki's reincarnation because it got his karma seal, but I removed his soul, making myself my own entity. Tell me, why would you help me? Why would you not kill me? Kaguya asked. Because I need a wife and you need a husband. Marrying me would mean that you won't be used as a sacrifice, as, let's be honest, none of the otsustuki stand a chance against this eye, Naruto said, showing the jogan. As Kaguya's eyes widened, she wanted to attack Naruto. How dare this guy, this little otsustuki, claim her as his wife? But the eye, the jogan eye, she knew that her and no otsustuki could beat it. That was the eye of Shibai Otsustuki, the pure eye, the strongest form of the otsustuki power. The eye is the eye of the jogan. I'm sorry, my lord. I accept this marriage. I will never ever speak back to you like this, Kaguya said, with submission. Well then, Kaguya, you will be my bride, Naruto said. Yes, I will, if that is your will, she said as the two kissed. The two then looked over, as Naruto, not wanting to lose his torture toy, Menma, revived him. He also revived most of the great five nations shinobis, as he was going to punish them for all they have done to him. He revived them without the chakra. He'd killed the Kage's Mito and the rest, and also revived them without the chakra. As years later, Kaguya could be seen holding two children. They were called Itachi and Hiruzen Otsutuki. They were the son of Naruto and Kaguya Otsutuki. Itachi inherited the Jogan and the Rinnegan, while Hiruzen inherited the Tenseigan and the Rinne Sharingan. As Naruto looked out the window, he couldn't help but smile as he saw the humans being sent to the god tree to make chakra fruits. But these weren't only any normal humans. These were the children of the Kages of the sixth great nation, Menma and Mito, who were Hokage and Shadow Kage, and the rest, while Minato had to watch as his grandson was turned into food for Kaguya, Naruto, Itachi, and Hiruzen Otsutuki. But guys, that's all for today. Peace.